SpeakerHUB is what I believe to be the largest database and directory for speakers in the world. We have over 4 million opportunities. And those 4 million opportunities are made up of 3.5 million podcasts, 209,000 associations, 170,000 media outlets, and 45,000 conferences.
Got it.
So
Okay.
we, yeah, we allow you to pitch those people. No more Googling, looking for contact information. We give you the right information to reach out, and then you take it from there.
So thank you. Okay.
So what is it that you speak about?
So my message is called The Power of Saying Yes and Stepping into Your Greatness. So it's all about, it's really targeted towards um, really college students and young professionals, pretty much the power of saying yes to one opportunity, how that can open doors to so many other opportunities. So being willing to say yes to those things, especially during the time when you're in college and you're trying to transition to work life and just figuring out what it is you want to do in life. I think that's very important. Just saying yes to opportunities because you never know what doors that might open. So that's kind of the gist of my keynote. I talk about my experiences as well, how I was a news reporter. So, kind of that whole transition and some things that saying yes, how saying yes actually led me to reporting, and then that sort of thing. I also talk about other stories. So, that's kind of
No,
the
that's
gist
cool.
of, you know.
And are you just starting, or you've been doing this for years? What's your experience level?
So just starting full time speaking, like just as a full keynote speaker.
Okay. And what were you doing beforehand? Was it part-time, or was it, because when people say they're just starting full-time, were you doing part-time before, or is it you're making a career transition into speaking?
Yes, making a career transition into speaking. So
Okay.
mainly like I was speaking at like different events, when I was reporting, I would be invited to MC events or speak at different events. So that would be pretty much it. So I'm just stepping into the career change of full time.
Okay. And how do you find opportunities?
Well, that's the thing. My community. I kind of, have been like reaching out to my community saying, hey, I'm transitioning now from reporting into full-time speaking. I want to, speak to the next generation is my hope to just kind of enlighten them on things. So that's kind of how I've been, doing it so far. And then on social media, sharing as well. So that's what I've been doing. I've also been reaching out to, because since college and young professionals is my audience. I've been reaching out to colleges, but I think the thing that I'm kind of like running into with that is I think my letters have been going to the wrong department. So I think they're just assuming it's spam. I don't know in that
Okay.
regard.
All right. And
And
what,
then
what do
I've
you
reached
charge
out.
per speech?
I'm sorry. What you
What
say?
do you charge per speech?
So per speech, 600 is my start out pay.
No, that's good. And what's your overall goal for 2025? Is it to replace your old income? Is it to what's the goal? Because what we're basically going to do, we're going to say, okay, my goal is to replace my old income of $60,000, and I'm just using an easy number, right?
Right. Mhm.
Well, that means you would have to do 100 gigs,
Mhm.
right?
Got it.
So then you would need a plan to how do you speak 8 times a month over the next 12 months, unless you can raise your fee or find some other products to sell. you
Right.
that's what we look at. So everything that we do is around, like, not an ideal, but how do we back into the number?
Got
Does
it.
that make sense? So a lot of places they'll tell you, oh, we can help you get your speech and give us $20,000, we're going to do this, and they never help you get a gig because they don't really know how to run the business,
Right.
right? And our background is actually booking people, right? So
Got it.
it's not an idea to us. It's basic math.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
It does. And the thing is, I was thinking starting out with 600 just because I am just starting. So I thought that would be like a good starting fee because I do have some experience, but I'm not just like, well experienced as far as speaking all over and things like that. But as I would, like within a few months, I was thinking about raising my fee as I start, moving more within the business and learning how to work. So that's what I was going to raise my
Yeah.
fee within a few
So
months.
what I would do if you're doing universities,
Yes,
okay, it's 3 to 5 grand for universities. So just start there.
got it. Okay,
Because if you say it's $600 and they were going to give you 2 grand, they're not going to give you. They're not going to say we'll give you 3 grand, even though you only want 600.
got
Right.
it. Okay,
But if you reach out to someone and you say, "Yo, my fee is $4,000," and they're like, "All we have is 2,500." Okay, I'll do it this time. Right.
sure.
Right. But you would have never gotten that difference if you started at 600.
Got it. Okay,
Does that make sense?
it
So
does.
I, there's a great, we did something called the Pro Speaker Summit last month. We brought in like 35 of the top speakers in the world. And one of the speakers that spoke there, I don't know if you may not, you may know him. His name is Stan Pearson. And Stan does probably 60 colleges a year, right? And he's been doing it for 15 years, right? And he'll tell you, look, it's going to be 4 to 6 grand, somewhere in that range, 3 to 5, 4 to 6 for a university. They're not going to pay $20,000 because they're using student funds, and they know that your speech only applies to certain students, so they have to be responsible with that. You're muted, by the way, so I can't hear you when you're talking. Um,
Can you hear
okay,
me now?
I can hear you.
Okay,
But yeah, I would check out go to the Pro Speaker Summit. It's free. You can watch Stan's speech on how to build the relationships with those universities and small groups. There's also another guy named Jared Scott that's at the same summit. Jared basically teaches how to do high schools, right? So if you're looking at that youth market, the kids aren't paying you. It's the school administrators that are paying you. So they talk about how to talk to the administrators that can actually make the decision. Not
sure.
so that's just one thing. So when you're thinking about price, I'll just give you the range for that industry. It's $3,000 to $5,000.
Got it. Thank you.
Somewhere in that range, 3 to 6, right?
Okay.
And that way you're not going in and undershooting,
Sure.
because I mean 100 gigs in a year is 2 a week. That's a lot.
Yeah,
And that's just if you were trying to replace 60 grand,
got it.
right? Not to mention if you were trying to replace more than that, it would be harder.
Okay.
The other cool thing about doing universities is that most universities have other universities within an hour drive. So when you book one, just call the other one and say, "Hey, I'm going to be speaking at the University of Illinois. Is there something I can do for the people at the community college or whatever?" And then they may not be able to pay you the full $3,000. They may only have 1,000. But now when you're there, you're given two speeches for 4,000 on average,
Mhm.
which is more than your 600.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Or
Okay.
you can hit up the high schools with the same thing. "Hey, I'm going to be speaking at the University of Illinois. I have a couple hours, the day before, the day after. I would love to come talk to the high school students. I don't know if you have it within your budget, but that's how you can work that out." So it's really just being able to sell.
Oh, and
And
I
so,
And I
guess,
put,
oh,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry. I just wanted to say I put the link to the summit in the chat,
Got
and
it. Thank
I
you.
and I put the names of the presentations that Ron referenced, so you can check that out. You check out the
Thank
replay.
you.
You're
Got
welcome.
I think I had, the question I was going to ask. So, as far as like when it comes to reaching out, what is the best approach for like which department, or is there like a student group to like reach out to?
so before we ask that, let's talk about what you've been doing already, because you may already be doing it right. So you want to share with me what you've been doing already? If you want to share your screen and let me see what you've been sending,
Okay, sure. Let
because
me
that way I know where to start from versus just giving you some blanketed advice without knowing where you're starting
got
from.
it. Okay, give me 1 second to
Oh yeah,
bring
no,
up
take your time.
my. No. Um, Okay, here. Let's see. Okay, let me share my screen. Can you see? You can see the screen now.
Not yet.
No?
In a second. It may take a second to load, but it
Yeah,
says you started to share it, but it hasn't shown anything. You may have to go through your permissions to allow it. I don't know if your permissions are turned on your computer.
Okay.
Okay.
So
There we go.
you can see it now? Okay, awesome. So pretty much what I was doing is contacting various, like one specific organization. They are located near my area, and I've worked with them before. So I just reached out, and I reached out to the principal. Let's see the letter.
And where are you located?
looks like there's a delay.
Sorry.
Yep. I think you may have a slow internet connection, Jasmine, because it's we're delayed a little bit on what you're saying.
Okay.
And your video is pop locking like Usher.
Okay, let me see.
Cool. I can see the screen now. I'm Jasmine Bird. I'm reaching out because I'm a transformational speaker, and
Okay.
I can see the screen now.
I don't know why it's doing that.
So have you gotten any responses from this?
So pretty much, no, I haven't.
Okay.
And
I can
so I
tell you why.
reached out to the principal of one. Okay.
I can tell you why it ain't getting no response. You want to know why?
Why?
You can't send an attachment on the first email,
Okay, got it.
right? So close, stop sharing for a second. I'll walk you through it. So imagine you're married, right?
No.
No? Okay. All right. You ever been asked out on a date?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Imagine a guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, my name is James. Here's my resume." And he gives you a document. And then he starts telling you about on that document, it outlines all of his past relationships and why he's the perfect guy for you to build a family with. Would you find that weird or would you find that normal?
Would I find it weird or what?
Normal.
Oh, weird.
Okay. So this is a stranger you're sending a resume to talk about all your past relationships with speaking opportunities.
Got it.
Right?
Okay.
It's just too much for a stranger to invest into reading all of that.
Oh, okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
But if someone said, "Hey,
Mhm.
are you looking for speakers for student events in the next 6 months?"
Okay.
Basically come over and say, "Hey, are you single?" It's the same question.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Now, which one are you more likely to respond to? "Hey, are you single?" Or, "Hey, here's my resume, and here's why I'm a good husband, and here's my last 5 relationships and why they didn't work." And
Right.
like,
Got it.
dude, I don't even know you. Why are you telling me all this?
Okay. That makes sense.
Right?
Yes.
So if we were to use today's vernacular, it's sending pick me. It's giving pick me, as they say, right? It's
Okay.
giving whatever. And then pick me is a stupid word that they've, used for people saying they're trying too hard.
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to show you some actual emails that worked, that
Sure.
got responses. And
Okay.
it's going to look totally the opposite.
Okay.
Right? And this is for universities? Okay, cool. But does that make sense what I was saying?
It does. It makes
Because
sense.
when we think about it, we're just dealing with people and they're going to read that email on their phone. And the minute they got to scroll up, they're not scrolling to see more about you.
Exactly. Okay.
So let's see. Were you reaching out to Trio?
I was.
Okay, cool. And where'd you get your leads?
Just looking online, various schools who had trio programs in my state.
Okay, cool. No, just wondering. I know
Where did
people
you say
use.
you're located again?
I'm in Alabama.
Alabama. Okay.
Perfect. So let me pick one. Let me pick someone. Trio. Let's do diversity. You know what? One moment. So all right. So I had to go into the old history books and pull up old clients that we worked with that we pitched to student activities, diversity, and trio. So I got a lot of experience with what you're doing. Right? So let's look here.
Sure.
Let's pick one. Raheem.
Okay.
Right. So we sent 527 emails for Raheem.
Okay.
343 of them got opened.
Okay.
43 of them responded back to him.
Got it.
Right? If your emails don't get opened, they ain't never gonna reply back. So you gotta leave those attachments off. Again, it's
Sure.
equivalent to a guy walking up to you, giving you his resume.
Okay.
You'd be like, dude, this is cool, but it's weird. Like, I don't trust you. Like,
Mhm.
this ain't what I'm used to.
Okay.
Google even says that that's weird. Google says it's the first conversation with somebody. We don't know if you're sending this person a virus. We don't know if you're sending them an obscene picture. We don't know what you're sending them in this file. So we're just going to put it in spam because friends in their first emails don't send files.
Yeah, that makes sense. Mhm.
Got it?
Got it.
Okay. So you want to see what we sent for Raheem to get this?
Yes.
That's all we sent. Hey, are you single?
Okay.
What is it? What does Raheem talk about?
Basically, if they're looking to
No,
discuss,
what is it? What is his topic?
his topic is LGBTQ wellness speaker.
Yeah. But you don't know what his topic is. You know what his industry or his overall thing. But you notice how he didn't get very specific,
Yes. Mhm.
right?
Okay.
Does this make sense? You see the
It
difference,
it does.
right? And then we sent the follow-up. The first email, he got how many responses?
25, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just by sending a follow-up to the same people, he doubled those.
Got it.
So follow-up is super duper duper important. If we
Okay.
would have sent another follow, he probably would have got another 10 more.
Right. Okay.
Right. But he didn't pay us to send another one, so we didn't do it.
Mhm.
Right.
Sure.
Is this fair?
It is.
So let's see who responded. Pepperdine, St. Mary's, Cal Berkeley. I mean, these are, yeah. Let's see, one. See the people who responded positively. Lane, Community College, WFU, I don't know who they are. Westminster, Pepperdine, St. Mary's, Cal Berkeley, Columbia, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
Colorado. I mean, like, yeah, you can look at the things. These are all universities, right?
Exactly.
And we can see what they said back. Right? So it was like, hey, this isn't a good term right now, but hit us back in a different quarter.
Got it.
Right? He's like, look, participation is low in the winter. Maybe cool. Follow up.
Mhm.
We're not currently looking for speakers for Black History Month. We'll keep you in mind.
Got it. Okay.
Right? But so it's about the relationship.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
It does. That makes sense.
And these are all the people that responded. None of them there was no long email. They don't even know what he talks about because that's not important.
Mhm.
So you're basically asking them out, for lack of better ways to explain this. And I explain this every week. So every week I use the same analogy because it's something that we all as humans have been through.
Sure.
So you're asking them out on a date for 15 minutes on a call
Sure.
to find out if you're a fit. You're not asking them to marry you. That's
Got
really,
it.
really, really important. If you keep that frame, you will keep it in the right attitude.
Okay.
Right now, we have clients that we work with that were even more direct, that said even less.
Mhm.
At least he said what he talked about. Cheedy didn't say nothing. Let me show you Cheedy. Cheedy is wild. Cheedy was just like, look, dude, y'all looking for speakers. That's all he said.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it in here. And let me sort this right. Come on, road. See, chat, Cheedy. Cheedy was reaching out to student activities. We reached out to 1,000. 570 opened the email. 1 out of 5 replied back to him. You see that? 90 out of 500.
Okay. Wow.
Here's the email.
Okay.
Hey, are you single? That's all he's asking.
Mhm.
If you ain't single, why you care about my resume and what car I drive and what job I got?
Got it. Okay.
If you ain't looking for speakers, why am I wasting time?
Mhm. That makes sense.
Right? So you want to approach it from the perspective of, don't pick me to come dance.
Mhm.
Dance with me.
Got it. Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
That way you can work with them on how to partner together versus saying, hey, pick me, I can do this trick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two.
All right,
Got it.
cool.
Yeah. That makes sense. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
It's
So
great that you've been pitching. That's awesome to see. I mean, you'd
yeah,
be
that's huge.
surprised how many
You
people
you
come on a call who like haven't done anything. So high five for like actually doing it.
Thank you.
It's a really big deal. Yeah.
yeah. But that's why I just wanted to see where you were and I could just point you in the right direction.
Hmm.
Thank you.
So, but the simpler the better.
Right.
It's just
Okay.
activity.
Sure.
So, and then what'll eventually happen, you'll find the number for your topic. Janika, how are you? Good to see you
Hi,
again.
welcome back.
Doing great, thank you.
That's good. That's super duper good. So let me give you an example. Again, Jasmine, and all of these people were reaching out to universities,
Okay.
right? Trio and student activities. For Paul and his topic, for every 200, when 200 people opened, 6 people responded back to him. So it took him 40 emails to get one response
Wow.
for Trio. But when he was reaching out to student activities, it only took him 20 emails to get one response.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So when people say, well, what's the average? It don't matter what the average is. What's your average?
Mm-hmm.
Your audience. The example is, if I said, how many sit-ups do I need to do to get a 6-pack? How many do I need to do? Tell me. Do you
How
know?
many?
How
I
many
don't.
sit-ups? How many sit-ups do I need to do to get a 6-pack?
A lot?
Yeah, there's no number, right? It's like depends on what you eat, depends on how fat you are now, depends on your genetics. But everybody wants to know the average, and there's no exact number. So you just have to send the emails to find what your number is,
Right. Okay.
right? So imagine Paul sending the student activities. He's thinking, oh, well, my number for everybody is for every 20 I reach out to, I'm going to get one back.
Mm-hmm.
Then when he reached out to Trio, it was 40.
Got it.
Different audiences are going to respond to you in a different way,
Mm-hmm.
even though all of these are universities.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith we reached out to student activities, 13 out of 6 for every, 6 for every 130 responded back. So it took her about 20
Mhm.
to get a response. When she went over to orientation, it was about the same. So there wasn't a big difference for her and her topic.
Okay.
Latrice, who was a former Olympian, I think, she's like an incredible track star. I mean, she's in like perfect condition right now. Like I was like, holy crap, like she could go run tomorrow. Well, look at her response, 1 out of 8 reaching out to athletic departments. Why? Because they probably looked her up and saw that she was a elite athlete beforehand.
Mm.
Right? But when she reached out to diversity, it went down by 40%.
Mm.
Same number of responses, the same number of people read the email, but only 2/3 of the responses. Because you got to find your number. There's no way to avoid it. And everybody wants to avoid doing the work. So when Angela is saying high five to you for sending the messages, high five. Because
Thank you.
whatever you've sent so far, we have a baseline. The baseline is you had got no responses.
Mhm.
So now if we can just help you get one, we already beat that.
Right.
So keep doing what we're doing. And then when you want it, once you set that, okay, I know if I follow Ron's method, I'm getting one response for every 30 emails I send. I'm gonna try to tweak it. I'm gonna keep doing this, but I'm gonna try this other thing at the same time.
Got it.
Right? So it's more, better, different.
Mhm.
People do that in the wrong order. Let me teach that again. It's more, better, different.
Okay.
Most people say different. I'm gonna try all these different things. You ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna go do one push-up on every machine in the gym. Yeah, you're not gonna be in shape, bro.
Right.
One rep on every machine ain't gonna change your body.
Mhm.
But by you doing more, which is the emails you're already doing, now we're gonna help you to do what? Better. So you got to do more and better now.
Got it.
So what's your takeaway? Simplify your email. Remove the attachment.
Got it.
And I guarantee you, your results will go through the roof.
Okay.
Got it?
That makes sense. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. So how did you find us? Do you know what we do?
Not exact. I thought I saw you on LinkedIn this morning, so I thought it was just a community of speakers coming together to like
Well, did you join like Need a Speaker, Be a Speaker or some group?
I'm a part of a group. I
Okay.
am.
Hold on. I'm just trying to find out where you found us. Because people find us all the time. Like, I mean, we got
Oh.
62,000 customers. So
Oh yeah. Just
just
on
trying to-
LinkedIn.
so it's just a LinkedIn post.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, cool. No, that's dope.
Yeah,
I
it
tell
just
people
popped
all
up
the
this
time, like
morning.
people find me on LinkedIn. They be like, yeah, inbound don't work. I'm like, I get people join me all the time. Maybe they don't like you.
Yes, it was just a post.
Perfect. Cool. So, but yeah, so that's the cool thing about it. Now, let me show you what we do. Right? Janika, you got a question about something today? Or you wanna show her your system? Let's do that. Janika, you wanna show her what we do?
Yeah, you know, I'm still just getting started.
That's even better.
Perfect.
This is
So
accountability.
what you want me to do? You want me to go to my page?
Yeah, so bring up your page.
You log in. Mhm.
Yeah, log into your SpeakerHUB.
Okay, let me you
See?
put me on the spot here. Let me go
That's it.
find
That's
my
my
page.
job. That is my job.
I see that. Okay, let me go log in.
Yeah, and you can share your screen whenever you want.
Okay. Uh, okay. See, naturally gonna do
You got to share the screen first. We can't see.
because my screen is on verifying I'm a human.
Oh yeah, but that's normal. We do that all the time. You can share it though. Share it on in the bottom. It's an arrow that says Zoom.
Okay,
share.
let me go to my Zoom. Okay.
We got you all set up yesterday, so I know you're ready to roll.
I mean, I've been working this morning.
Oh, look at that! Look at that!
Okay, where's my share screen? Where's the share screen on here?
At the
When you roll
bottom.
your mouse over the window where you see
Oh,
us,
I
it's a
have,
green,
yeah, I see it, but okay. Oh, it's not showing. I got, everything is showing but that. Let me go back a minute. Okay.
So to kind of while she's working on that, Jasmine, this is what we do this every day. So every day, different people hop in to ask questions or how to better use our system, but just like we did. You don't even have to be a customer of ours. We'll help you get more speaking gigs, right? So our thing is we just answer questions and we want to see more people, getting more positive messages out there. Nothing against Sexy Red and all of her twerking music, but I think some of these messages should be the positive ones should get just as much exposure as some of these negative rappers.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
So, you ready, Janika? You faking us out? I put her on the spot.
It's
She
just
don't want
like,
to help.
I open it up on the window and I can't find what window I open it up on. So that's what the problem is. So, you caught me off guard, so I wasn't ready.
All right.
And you know better than that.
Okay. Well, I'll share today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna call you back up here. Okay.
Okay, I'll be ready tomorrow. I
All right. All right.
definitely
I'm
will
gonna
be
call you back
ready.
up here tomorrow. Okay. So, as I mentioned, we run SpeakerHUB, right? And these co-working sessions are every day at noon.
Got
Right?
it.
And basically, we teach something called the Speaker Flywheel. I'm gonna scroll down to it. And the Speaker Flywheel is basically how you generate inbound leads. An inbound lead is how you found me. I put out content or something, and then you clicked and you said, I want to go learn about this. But then
Right.
outbound is what you've been doing, sending emails, connecting with other people, right? And we believe if you do that with podcasts, associations, conferences, and media outlets, you become a pretty well-known and established thought leader in your
Mhm.
space, right? So we use software to do this. So let me show you really quickly. The first thing that we have is what's called the speaker profile. And that's basically where people can find you. So it's like a speaker one sheet that when someone looks you up, they can find you,
Got
right?
it.
The second thing is that a lot of that data that you're going from web page to look for, we provide you with that data right off the bat. We give you the CRM, so you don't even have to import or any of that. We give you the data in the system already. If you want to use ChatGPT, you can use ChatGPT to write the emails for you. It's based on our experience with writing emails and getting booked. And then if you need someone to do it for you, we'll do it for you. Is that fair? So
Yes,
that's what we
it
do. So let me show you how it works. So when you first sign up, I'm going to just use you as an example here. I'm going to put Jasmine Bird in here instead of my name. And what's the name of your company, Jazz?
It's Jasmine Bird LLC.
Okay. And where are you located? Alabama?
Yes,
Which
in the
city?
Athens, Alabama.
Okay.
Oh, Athens,
Oh,
Athens,
Athens. Okay.
near
Okay.
Huntsville.
Okay. Alabama. Okay. Athens. I thought you said Atkins. Gotcha. And if you had to describe what you do in one sentence, it would be I help who?
College students and young professionals
Okay. To do what?
to overcome limiting beliefs, build self-esteem and confidence.
Okay. And on LinkedIn, you got a LinkedIn?
I do. It's probably backslash my name, Jasmine Bird, I believe. Yes, you probably. Yeah,
Is that you?
that's me.
Perfect. Yep, you got some numbers in it. You know, you can go in and edit that and take those numbers out.
Oh, really?
Yep, you can edit your
Okay.
profile on LinkedIn to change the URL.
Got it.
Right. So anybody else who's watching this, if you want to get rid of the crazy URL, all you do right here, public profile URL, you just click on that
Oh,
and it lets you edit it. You see it? Edit my custom URL. I click there and I can change it.
okay. Thank you.
Make sense?
It does.
Especially with Jasmine with 2 A's. Most people don't have that. So just, it's probably available. Make sense?
It does.
Cool. And you have a website?
Yes, jasminebird.com.
Right. So all we did was put that basic information in about you.
Mhm.
And transformational speaker. Okay, cool. We're going to hit save, and then I'm going to hit generate with AI. So what it's going to do is going to look at your website, look at your LinkedIn, and it's going to write a bio on you.
Got
Based on
it.
that bio, we're going to automatically match you with podcasts, associations, and media outlets and conferences that we think you should be reaching out to.
Okay.
Right. So give it about 5 more seconds. There it is. Bam. And let me know if you think this is accurate.
Yes, that's it. Mhm.
Perfect. Right. So now when I click on podcast, you notice already it's matching me with personal growth podcasts out of our 3 million.
Got it. Okay.
When I click on conferences, you notice doesn't understand what we mean by building. So it's bringing up buildings because it's looking at like building self-confidence, things of that sort.
Got
But
it.
I'm going to click away since I didn't pick anything there.
Okay.
I come back and then now it's going to search a different way since I didn't choose anything. And let's see what comes up this time. All right, we broke something. See? All right. Yeah, so I can just type in student, right? So you can override the AI until it gets smarter. Now it brings up 2,400 student conferences.
Mhm. Got it.
Make sense?
It does.
Type in university. Right? Brings up a bunch of different university conferences, right? Or we have the trio data, we just didn't put it in here, but we may bring up some trios.
Yes.
Make
Okay.
sense? So
It
let's say,
does.
for instance, I wanted to reach out to University of Iowa trio. All I do is click on it, I add it to a list, and then I click pitch. All right. So we validate whether we have the right information, and we didn't. Right. But let's try this one. Trio access and success. Right. So since we didn't have the right information, it automatically takes that email address out. And looks like we don't have that one either. Let's try this one. All right, perfect. So that one we do have. And in 15 seconds, it's going to look at that bio we wrote about you, look at the conference, and write the pitch.
Okay.
Right? So let me come in and edit this. Now, this is a bit longer than what I would suggest, but a lot of people, they don't want to listen to me when I tell them to write shorter ones. So we make it long, but you can come down and say, Ron told me to use that short one. So I'm gonna change it to short, and I just want to be straight to the point. And you can adjust that. You see how I changed that there?
I do.
Watch it in 5 seconds. It's gonna write a short pitch just like that little one you saw me send before.
Okay.
Because it's using the data from our other pitches.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? And then all I do is click pitch. And it sends it. This is what we do. This is SpeakerHUB, right? So yeah, we would love to have you on board if you want. But this is what we do. This is SpeakerHUB, right?
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, but yeah, any other questions? Janika,
Ron,
how did I do? Did I do good?
Ron, you did well, and I want to share with Jasmine. I got on this morning and I started doing my podcast emails, and so far I've gotten 6 responses back
This
for
morning?
this morning.
Amazing.
Great.
Yes.
Yes.
Amazing. It works.
And
Calling.
like you say, you keep hitting it, and I was doing it. So that's what happened because I focused this morning on podcasts.
Yep. So we teach in the Speaker Flywheel. Janika brings up a good point. In the Speaker Flywheel, our strong belief is that if you are just starting out, the associations and universities want proof that you're not going to embarrass them.
Right.
So what you do, you go on the podcast and they can hear you talk about leadership or student transformation. And when you send your pitch, you include a link to it. And you say, hey, here's a podcast I've been on talking about my developments with students, right? I would love to figure out a way that I can come talk to your students. If you're interesting on the podcast, you're going to be interesting in real life.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not interested in the podcast, you're not going to be interested in real life. So you're really trying to let them try you out before they make that commitment.
Okay. So you encourage like podcasts or YouTube, something like that.
Yeah, we not encourage it, we require it.
Got it. Okay.
Go get on podcasts first.
Yep.
Okay.
Right? Because how can people try you out?
Right.
It's like buying shoes from Amazon. You can't try them shoes on,
Mm-hmm.
right?
That makes sense.
So you got to get better at just talking about what you do and then going to smaller associations, right? I mean, there's a gang of associations with parents and students and things of that sort, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. You just need more stage time.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
And the more repetitions you get of going and giving the speech, the better off it'll be. Right.
Please.
And I'm a firm believer. I was telling my team this morning, I said, yesterday I did a webinar that I had never done before. Right. But I didn't care to go, to everyone else, it was great. To me, it was like, oh, I can fix this. But I had to get out there to do it. I can't say I'm gonna wait till it's perfect. I'm gonna go do it. We're gonna do it tomorrow. I decided last Friday, I said, we're gonna do a webinar Monday. They were like, this one in 4 days, I'm gonna do it. Why? Because I need to have a benchmark at what I need to improve on. So I can go back and watch the game film.
Get better.
See, oh, we missed this. So I didn't cover that. Now I can rewrite and get better. That's what going on podcasts are all about. You go on there, you learn how to answer the questions about your topic. So that when you open things up to Q&A, you're not stopped.
Got it.
Right?
So
like
you
do these daily meetings, because I don't ever want to be surprised when somebody asks me a question. I done heard every question you could ever ask me about our software, because I'm on it every day, and anybody can come in and ask me anything about speaking on the software. Is that fair?
It is. So when it comes to topics to speak on for the podcast, do you just speak surrounding your message or on other topics that will make them interested in your message?
Yeah. So what the software is going to do is going to look at what you talk about and match it to that podcast.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So because there's really only 3 speeches you can give, Jasmine. I don't know if you know this. Do you know there's only 3 speeches?
What do you mean by that?
There's only 3 speeches that ever been given in history. You can help someone to become a better leader. You can help someone to improve a skill, or you can help someone to make or save money. Ain't nothing else to really talk about.
Okay,
Every speech in history fits in those 3 categories,
got it.
right? So as long as you understand that, you find out, oh, wait a minute, what I'm talking about is a leadership thing. And does it only apply to college students, or can someone take this into the workforce?
Right.
Because if you're talking about how to be a better leader,
Mhm.
what's the difference between a 21-year-old who is in his first semester working at his job that just graduated in May,
Mhm.
he's working in the fall, and the person who's in their final semester?
Exactly.
They both need the same speech.
Right.
So you're limiting yourself to universities, because if you teach leadership, you can go talk to anybody about leadership. Leadership is leadership.
Right.
Does that make sense? If you
It
have a certain
does.
skill that you can help people to build,
Mhm.
like if I knew there was a kid that was a really great salesperson,
Mhm.
I don't care if I'm older than him, come here and teach me, show me how to sell.
Right.
It's like at golf, like I'm an all right golfer, but there's some college kids that are 25 years younger than me that will wipe me up and down the golf course. I'm an idiot to say I won't listen to them because they're younger than me.
Got it.
So you can go teach leadership to older people who suck at being leaders,
Okay.
but you have better be good at it.
Mhm.
Do you see what I mean? So don't limit yourself. Most college and high school speakers are doing that because they're afraid of talking to the people that may be a little bit older than them. So they
Got
say, well, I can lead them,
Mhm.
right? I can tell them my story. Yeah, you can, but you can tell these old people your story too.
Mhm. Okay. So basically, probably diversify like my audience,
Well, I mean, if you want to get more gigs,
broaden the audience that I'm speaking with.
yeah, if you want to get more gigs, yes, because
Okay.
nobody cares about your topic. Let me just go and get this out while you do.
Mhm.
Nobody care about your topic. They care about how your topic helps whatever initiative they're on.
Trying to do.
So if you're going to go speak at a conference, how does your topic help my conference be better?
Yes.
If you're going to come talk to a university, how does her topic help the initiative we're trying to program into the kids?
Got
If
it.
you're going to come
Okay.
talk at my company, how does your topic help my company? So your topic ain't important. It's you being able to squeeze your topic into the setting.
Right. Got it.
That's why you saw those simple pitches.
Mhm.
Because now when I get on the call and if it's Raheem who had the LGBTQ thing, right?
Mhm.
If he got too specific, he could turn the person off. But if he
Yeah.
gets on a call with them, he can say, hey, look, what are y'all looking to do? We're trying to do this and we want to do that. And here's the motive of what we're trying to put on. Cool. Raheem needs to say, turn all this other crap off. Just talk about that. I know I can cover that, but that ain't what they're asking for.
Mhm.
It's no different than going to a restaurant. If you order a hamburger with no mustard and no onions, and they say, but no, our hamburger is better with mustard and onions, we're going to give it to her anyway. Cool. Somebody's going to be upset with you,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
They're your customer. Your job is to be an accelerator, not an innovator,
Got it.
right? Got it? They're bringing you in to accelerate their message, not to come and show how smart you are.
Got
But you
it.
can do both at the same time, but it needs to be in the right order.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Janika, how I'm doing? I'm doing all right? Am I giving her the truth?
You're covering all bases.
You know, this is it. Any other questions? We got 5 minutes left, and then I got a 1 o'clock meeting. Yeah, any other questions? But high five to you, Janika, for getting in there. And see, she had an issue getting into her account yesterday. And to hear that she hopped in this morning and got everything going and already got 6 responses.
That's great.
Well, you also need to
Great.
share. You need to share about the incentive, like, what is it on the board, how we got it?
Yeah, the
Leaderboard.
leaderboard. Yeah, let me share. Yeah, see, let me see. You on the leaderboard this week? Oh, you see how she wanted us to see her on the leaderboard? Where's she at? Where you at?
Oh, number 6.
Oh, you did 22 today? That's good. That is incredible. So we have this
Yes.
leaderboard. We can see everyone who's pitching on a daily or weekly basis.
Got it.
And if you win the leaderboard, right now, Dr. Karen is in first place. But if you win at the end of the week, you get all of the credits back. So if she ends up winning with 99 pitches, we give her 99 credits back as a refund.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So far for the month, Israel is in first place, but Tanya won last month. You know, she won last month. We don't know how many she sent, but she sent 161 this month. I think Tanya has a 4-month streak and like 12 weeks in a row. Like she said, I'm gonna win every week. And yeah. Let's see how many pitches Tanya has sent. Tanya's like, I bet she sent thousands because she don't play. Yeah, she sent 2,300 pitches since August.
Amazing.
And I'll tell you something, she wouldn't do it if it wasn't working.
Very
Everybody
true.
gonna sit here and do this all day, and if they not getting booked,
Yes.
right? So this is what we do. You know, this is welcome to Speaker. I'm glad you joined us today. We're here every single day at this time to help our 62,000. What's the number? Let's see. What do you think the number is, Ange? 62,000 what as of now?
62,532.
I don't think it's that high. I think it may be 62,001 something. Let's see.
We just crossed 62,000.
Yeah, we just crossed 62. But we had about 150 people
We had
a week. So
62,000.
okay. All right. 62,148 as of today.
For that. Awesome.
So
So
how do individuals connect with you all's group and all of that?
yeah, so basically you go to speakerhub.com.
It's in the chat.
Oh, that you sent me. Okay, thank you.
Yep, you go here and you can sign up here. Right when you go to sign up,
Got
there
it.
is.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, we're here to help. And you know, Janika said she gonna beat you. When you join on there, she see you did 22, she gonna do 23.
Yes.
Y'all gonna be competing.
Right.
But no, this is cool. I'm glad we're able to help. Hopefully, my analogies were simple enough. I try to keep them in the things that we as humans know. Because people will talk about B2B and B2C, but it's really P2P. It's people to people. And if you remember that human aspect, it's a lot easier. So unless you all have any other questions, I'm gonna let you all get some lunch. And anything else? Jasmine, anybody? No?
Good. Thank you.
Yeah, be sure to, I'll add you on LinkedIn and then
Sure.
be good. All right.
Thank you.
Any other questions,
Bye,
Janika?
everyone.
Miss Six Podcast. Look at that. It's incredible. Talk to you later.
Bye, everyone.